Hi guys, it's Kaylee. I am here today to respond to some comments I got on one of my most recent videos, which was a video about how to increase eBay sales. In that video, I talked about how to end your items that were going to auto relist that day, and instead of letting them auto relist, doing a sell similar to refresh them and get them back to the top of the feed. A lot of you guys did not know how to do this and wanted a visual, so that is what I am coming on today to show you. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kaylee. I'm an online reseller. I find used clothing at thrift stores and I flip them online for a profit. My channel is about teaching other people to resell and make money online. All the links that I mentioned in the video are down below in the description. You can click on the link tree down below and it will pop up my eBay and Poshmark closet if you're interested in viewing. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions or you just want to say hi. You can also send me a message over on Instagram. If you like this reseller content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you get notified when I make new videos. Let's jump into today's video. So this is a really great way to refresh your listings and make it appear in the eBay search that your item is a new listing versus just letting it automatically relist, and more as time goes on, that is going to get filtered down in search, and the likelihood of you selling that item is going to decrease and decrease over time. As I mentioned in a previous video, you're going to get charged for those listings, whether they auto relist or whether you sell similar. Either way, so you might as well take a couple minutes each day and do the sell similar.
All right, guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your eBay Seller Hub. If you have any eBay store subscription, even if it is the smallest one, which I think is only $5 a month, then you'll have access to the eBay Seller Hub and your screen will look like mine. If you do not have an eBay store, it may look a little bit different, but I think you should be able to do the same things. I just don't think you'll be able to do it in bulk. So first things first, got to have an eBay store subscription. So once you do, you're going to go to your eBay Seller Hub. I got there by hitting sell at the top of my screen, and it's automatically going to bring me to my active listings page. So today's goal is to end all of the listings that were already going to get relisted today, and then resubmit them as a sell similar. That way they are a fresh new listing. And then at the end, we also need to go back and we need to delete all of the ones that were in your ended. So to filter to the ones that are ending today, it's actually really easy. I suggest doing this in the morning because if you wait through halfway through the day, some of them will have resubmitted and then some of them will be remaining dependent on when you originally submitted the listings. So if 30 days ago I was making listings live at 7:30 in the morning, which is when I'm currently making this video, then around the same time this morning, those are going to automatically relist. So you want to try to capture as many as you can before they auto relist for the day. So to get there, you're just going to go to this little drop box. You're going to go to ending today. You can see that I have 71, and that's probably a number you want to go ahead and record and write down. So I'm going to write down 71 right now, and you're going to hit search. And it should filter to the 71. I say to write it down just so you can like double confirm what you're doing. So here we have these. We are going to select all of them, or if you wanted to, you could select only some of them if you wanted to do a test. And we're going to go to actions and we're going to hit end. Okay, and so all of our listings should be brought up now. You don't really need to double check anything. You just go to end listing. And I, again, just kind of verify that that does say 71. So after they're finished processing, we're going to go back to our eBay Seller Hub. So those now are gone from our active listings and they've moved over to our ended listings. So we are going to go to our ended listings. So before I started this process, I probably should have told you that it would probably be a good idea for you to make record at what was on the top of your ended listings screen. So for me, I already know where I'm going to need to stop because it will be items that I have recently ended that have sold on Poshmark. So you just kind of have to know what you've ended recently. There may be nothing in here if you've never manually ended something. If you've only been on eBay, you probably won't have anything in there. But for me, I know that my stopping point is right here. And that is because this is the last item that I manually ended before doing this process. This is something that sold over on Poshmark. So this is where I need to stop. So as long as you are filtered by the end date, meaning these are the most recent ones that I just ended, the ones you just saw me end on my screen, you should be able to start clicking on these, all the ones that you just ended. So that would be 71 of them. Now, unfortunately, eBay does not have an easy way to like click and shift and select all of them. You kind of have to do it one by one. So I'm going to have to click on 71 of these things to get them to sell similar. Again, if you don't have any other ended listings, if these were the only ones that were filtered into your ended listings, you could probably just hit this on the screen, but I do. So I'm going to individually click them. Okay, so I've clicked all the way down to where I know I need to stop because I don't want to delete this information, nor do I want to set this as a sell similar because this is something that sold on Poshmark, so I don't want to set it back to being active. So I'm going to make sure to stop. And again, this might be different for all of you, but I've clicked all 71 of those. It seems like a lot, but it really only takes a couple minutes. You got to scroll back up to the top after you've selected all the ones you want, and you're going to hit sell similar. Now, this is way different than hitting relist. If you just hit relist, it's basically doing the same thing the auto relist would have done, and it's going to take that old listing and it's going to post it as an old listing. So if you were to relist them right now, I don't think they'd show up as newly listed, nor would they act as a refresh listing in the eBay search algorithm. So we're not going to do relist. You're going to hit sell similar. And this basically bulk creates a copy of the listing so that it looks like a brand new listing for eBay. So again, that's why I wrote that number down. I'm just going to double check I have the right amount. So this is 71. And here I've got all of my listings pulled up. Now what I currently have my helper doing is going in and changing something in the title. You don't have to do this, but I think that it helps kind of refresh it. So she has the pictures to look at here. Even if she doesn't change any of the keywords, I at least have her switch a couple things up. So maybe I would take this word and put it here, for instance. And then she would hit save next, and it tells her where she's at up here, and she would work on each listing one by one, just kind of changing the title a little bit. Depending on what you want to do, you can go back and edit a couple things if you'd like. I'm just going to save and minimize for right now, just for the purpose of showing you this video. You honestly, if you didn't want to make any changes, could just hit submit all, which I'm going to show you in a second, but I did want to show you how to edit those if you wanted to. You could also do a bulk edit on the price. So again, these are things that haven't sold within 30 days. So you could select all of them, go to edit fields, go to price. And let's say I want to decrease my buy it now price by a percentage. Let's just say 2%. I could save and close. You can see it's editing all 71, and so that just decreased my price by 2%. Some people may want to decrease their price if it hasn't sold within 30 days, and you can do that using that bulk function. So anyways, after you've done all of the edits that you want to do, you're then going to hit submit all. And you are going to get charged per your allotted fees. So if you had so many listings for free for the month, it would count towards them. And then anything afterwards you would get charged for, like you're seeing me get charged for here because I'm over my allotted amount that I can use. Now just remember that your automatic relist, if you did nothing to these listings and they auto relisted today, you'd be getting charged the same amount and they would count towards your fees. So you're going to get charged for them no matter what. So that's why I'm saying it's a good idea to go ahead and do this process. That way, if you're already going to get charged, you get the additional benefit of it looking like a new listing in eBay's eyes. So I am going to confirm and submit. And these are all going to work on submitting. Again, I just verify that I've got 71. Hit OK. And so now if we open up our active listings, we're going to see those listings as new fresh listings on our page. All of your information is saved, so your custom SKU and everything moves over because, like I said, you were making a copy of that. So here are all of those listings. Here's that one dress that I edited, and you can see all the custom SKU information moved over. I dropped my prices by 2%. The shipping moved over, everything moves over. It just makes a copy and then whatever changes you make. So those are all in there now, but we're not done because we actually need to go back to our ended listings page, which still has all of the old copy in here. So you want to make sure and go back and completely delete these. The reason you want to delete these is because you don't want to accidentally relist them or sell similar to them later and accidentally create a duplicate copy of that listing, because then you're going to run into problems. Now again, if you're someone who's only on eBay, this ended listing page is probably not something you deal with often, but if you are on multi-platforms, and eBay is one of them, then you're going to want to save some of your information and not be bogged down by the information that's useless, which to me are these old copies of the listing. So I'm going to go back through and just delete them. And again, I've got to click one by one. So I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see I have reselected all 71 of those and I'm stopping at my marker, which are the things that I don't want to delete. Scrolling back up to the top, and then you're going to go to Action and Delete. Delete. And so once that's done, my ended listings page is back to normal, the way it was before I started this process. So that's kind of what I was saying. If you wanted to do this as a first step, go to your listings and go to ended, just to double check what your marker is, what you don't want to delete. Make sure you're filtered by end date. Then you'll know where to stop, and that would be the listing at the top of the page.
Alright guys, so that is the end of the tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you do try this tip after a couple weeks, send me a message and let me know how it went for you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.